You have all these great ideas, things that speak right out of your soul, and you truly believe they could make somebody's life better. But you never made them a reality, and now you're in your mid-20s and you ask yourself if that was all worth it. Why is art so hard? Yeah, it's not bricklaying or any other real job, so why are you still bitching about it? Well, there are some good reasons to do so, and no, this is not an artist circle jerk, just a perspective. The problem starts when you're young. What was always the first reaction when you told people you like to draw? The same old two words: draw me. So now you're in the position where you were just starting to find out what your passions are, and you have to prove yourself to the people who you trust and depend on. You don't want to insult them, drawing them uglier than they look, and sometimes you don't even want to draw them the way they look. All I'm saying is, expecting a pitch-perfect portrait is a lot of pressure on a 5-year-old. And things don't get better when you're older. Quite the opposite, actually. What you can listen to now is less high expectations and more disappointment. So let me get this right. You're 15 now and you've been drawing for 10 years and still, all you can draw are these cartoon characters?
Those aren't cartoons, Mom. That's anime.
In any other occupation, you could say, just don't give a damn about what other people say. But in art, that's not working. On the one hand, if you want to be commercially successful, you have to conform to what the public likes. Or else, who's gonna buy your stuff? All the other starving artists? And on the other hand, you are putting out your innermost thoughts and feelings. So when people insult that, it's always personal. That's why the white page stands just as much for freedom and possibilities as for the nightmare of failure. And what do you do when you feel insecure, not knowing what to do with that white page? You look for inspiration. There you go on DeviantArt, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, and you watch stuff done by people with twice your experience and then feel bad about not being able to replicate it. The worst thing is when there's somebody that's doing exactly what you wanted to do, but way better. So what's the silver lining about all of this? Why is art so hard? It's fear of judgment and fear of failure. That has become pretty obvious. The bricklayer knows exactly what he has to do to be successful. He can objectively measure if he put the bricks down in the right way. The artist can only listen to what other people say about his work. Or, and this is my solution, he can stop giving a damn about success altogether. Yes, you still want to put your work out there, but only when you begin to accept failure. Only when you're comfortable with doing a bad picture is when you can finally let go of fear and just do it. Ironically, the more you let go about wanting to draw well, the better your pictures will be. Not the first one, and not your 15th one, but after enough failure, you will be surprised where the journey has taken you. I have made that journey as well, so yeah, I've got a little personal story to share. When I was a kid, I only started drawing because I liked Dragon Ball. So much actually that for years that was the only thing that I did, draw Dragon Ball characters. Now that legacy stood with me way too long. Actually, when I was 17 or 18 is when I first started drawing digitally, and that was the first time I wanted to draw my own stuff. I actually wanted to do my own anime series called Jinshu. I know, stupid name, but that means forbidden book in Chinese and that had vaguely something to do with the story and I thought it was pretty cool and yeah, let's just forget about it. When it came to my character designs, I felt pretty confident, but animes have backgrounds and I was super terrified of doing those. I felt like in order to draw landscapes, you have to be some kind of Van Gogh, so I didn't even really try to paint backgrounds. What I did was draw backgrounds like characters, with big fat outlines and clear colors. Well, that wasn't working, but I really wanted to do that anime, so I had to learn to do backgrounds. And strangely, my feeling of, yeah, I'll never be able to do landscapes well anyway, that was kinda helping me. Because I subconsciously expected to fail while I was doing the piece, I wasn't disappointed when I really did make it look ugly. So I kept on doing them. And surprisingly, my first pieces weren't even that bad. Very simplistic and boring, yeah, I know, but not ugly. In the end, I saw that the way I did that anime was just too time consuming, so I stopped that project. But it all led to where I am today. Can I say that I do beautiful landscapes now? No, I can't. They are still quite simple. But what I can say is that I can consistently work at my art without burning out. When I left behind the mental stress of wanting to be the best, or even just technically good, that's when my passion really bloomed. Now I can dedicate hours on end every day to doing my stuff and I feel great about it. Some days it's still hard, but you know, that's the way it is. when you do art.